Hello and welcome to another episode of Hessy and Maven. I'm Justin.
I'm Raven.
And this week's episode, we decided to take on the corporate giant, the megalomillionaire, Disney themselves.
Yes.
But we're doing it in a fun way.
Top 5 Disney movies.
Top 5 Disney movies. Couldn't be simpler.
Yeah. And there's a lot of, I was looking through, like, the list of all movies that Disney has ever made. And there's a ton of random ones. Like,
oh, yeah.
Random movies that they released that are barely known, that we've never heard of a day in our lives. Our list don't have those movies.
No, it's like, what you think of when you think of Disney movies, you know? It's...
All of mine are, like, Disney classics, except for one. One is newer.
Right.
Like, it's a Disney Pixar.
Okay.
Yeah. But the rest...
I have some classics. I have some new ones.
Okay.
I'm really excited.
Yeah. I'm interested to see your number one. My number one should be obvious, but... I think I threw some curveballs in my list.
Yeah. This is a really hard list for me, just because there are so many runner-ups.
You made your list in like 2 seconds. You didn't even look.
I went with my gut. I didn't want to overthink it. I went with my gut, but I did sort of have a at the end.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spoil what I don't have. I have a really quick. I'm just gonna go through like a consolidation prize.
Runner-ups.
Runner-ups, and just be like,
there are runner-ups.
I do love these movies, and I want to talk so briefly about them.
Like, there are runner-ups. Like, the way that I made my list was, like, movies that if I was on, like, if it was, like, a cozy, like, movie night in, and, like, I just wanted to put, like, a cute Disney movie on, what movies would I pick to rewatch? Or, like, if someone had been like, I have never seen any Disney movie, like, what Disney movies would I put on for them?
Right.
That pretty much is the basis of my list. But there are definitely runner-ups. Like Finding Dory. I love Finding Dory. But it didn't make the list. Top 5 is exclusive.
Well, you just did what I said I was going to do at the end, but then didn't do because I didn't want to show. Now I know you don't have Finding Dory.
I don't have Finding Dory. There's just one example.
Spoiler, neither do I.
Yeah.
Finding Dory, I got to be honest. As good as I enjoyed it. Would never have been on my list. Not even top 15.
It might make my top 15.
Really?
But top 5.
I don't know.
Yeah, top 5 is exclusive.
I don't know. Okay. Any other?
Oh, I did want to bring up... I'm so sorry. I have like a nose thing going on right now.
Yeah.
I have a lot going on. I wanted to briefly touch on, and by briefly touch on, I just mean mention to you, what I realized at work the other day was one of my biggest pet peeves on the planet.
About it.
When people, and it's always people over the age of 60, just saying,
Naturally.
pay for something with cash, and they do this before giving me the correct amount of cash.
For those listening, Raven licked her finger and then proceeded to
Flip through the cash.
Count money.
When people lick their finger and then use that finger to move through the dollars and then give me the dollars, like, you might as well just lick my hand. That's what I feel like. Like, I'm now touching your spit.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I hate it.
No, thank you.
Like, when people do it, I want to be like, oh, sorry. I can't take that cash now. Do you have a card?
Ooh, yuck.
Yeah. Yuck.
Yikes. Get out of here.
That's a big pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. The only time I ever do that, it's never with money. That's crazy. But I feel like money is very easy to move apart. Are you just fancy boy and those are new crisp dollar bills?
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, I've never had trouble moving money.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's because I have old money. Dirty money.
Peasant money.
Exactly like that. Peasant money.
Yeah, I hate
I've
it.
done it with like books. Like if I'm going through
Yeah.
like a cookbook and like the pages I'm trying to like get through, but
I hate it.
My cookbook. No one else really goes through them.
Old people are disgusting. Also, sorry. Just
Whoa.
feel like I have to say it. They're my least favorite demographic.
Yeah. I don't think our demographic of listeners / viewers on YouTube, I don't think they're 60 plus.
I could never
Unless
work
it's
in
like
a
a
nursing
random
home.
family member who finds the podcast.
I don't know how people work in nursing homes. I essentially work in a nursing home. That's what it feels like sometimes. And I hate it.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on. Because I have a very runny nose.
Yes, let's. So, we're doing top 5 Disney movies. Now, I'm pretty sure that we weren't like, oh, does Disney own this movie now? Like, Remember the Titans?
Oh.
It's
No.
like, that very well may have been like a Disney production, studios, whatever fucking thing. That's not a Disney movie.
Yeah.
In my brain.
Yeah.
In my heart.
All of mine are animated.
When you hear our first, like, the number 5 pick for both of us, you're going to be like, oh, those kind of Disney movies.
Yeah.
The most classic ones. Like,
Yeah.
it's very obvious.
Yes.
Can you
wanna
see
go
this?
first?
Can you see this somewhere in the fucking, like, the parks?
Yeah.
Then, yeah, there may be a movie about it.
Do you want to go first?
Oh, Raven's got a pointer. What did I tell you? Jessica's like, yeah, I fuck with that. Yeah. Go. I'll look at whatever you're doing. Also, just for people only listening, I look like Indiana Jones right now.
With calcifer earrings.
With calcifer.
The problem with those calcifer earrings is the eyeballs don't sit on the outside. So, like,
Only
I'm looking...
on this one. Doesn't this one, it sits out?
Move your hand. Well, right now it's like... No, down the inside.
Oh, kind of moved like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that.
They were just made poorly.
Yeah, bummer. Anyway. All right. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
You go
or
first.
Do you want to roll for it?
I guess we can roll.
Let's roll for it. I'm going to give you this one. And I'm going to roll this one. How nice is that dice?
It's very nice.
Isn't it?
Very pointy edges.
Mm.
I got 11.
13.
Okay, you go first.
Thank you. I have to like keep all this glittery ass dice and then close it because Jessica will fuck with it. The other day I found one of the D4s, which looks like a pyramid kind of, on the floor. Worse than a Lego piece. Imagine stepping on that. Like, you can. It's pretty sharp.
Yeah, the past
like
couple
that would cut to your foot.
The past couple
the
times
worst.
we've recorded, there's been one of those by my feet, and I just touch it with my toe, and I go, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, you go first.
Oh.
Number 5.
Okay. Let me think about this.
Did you not put them in order again?
Nope.
Oh my god.
I never do.
I'm screaming.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. You go first, and I'll.
You don't deserve to wear that hat. Indiana Jones would have known his order.
Indiana Jones can suck it.
Okay. But now you're not going to, like, listen, because you're going to be focusing on your order.
No, I am gonna listen. I'm just because I kind of have it. It's really just nailing down like which numbers are which.
This is a lot of silence. Where's Jessica? Jessica, go into your cat tree.
All right, I got mine. See, done.
So you want to go now?
I want to go now.
Okay.
Now I want to go.
Okay.
Sip of coffee.
And the coffee is terrible this morning.
This one's great. Okay. My number 5 is Tangled.
Okay. I knew that you loved Tangled.
2010 The story of Rapunzel.
Mm-hmm.
She got her crazy hair, heals things.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way. There's going to be lots of spoilers probably.
Yeah, if you've never
Get
seen
used
it,
to that. A small chameleon named Pascal.
Yeah.
And Flynn Rider.
Yep. Eugene. Mm-hmm.
But, oh wow, I didn't think about that. Flynn Rider, the guy who plays Flynn Rider, Zachary Levi, the guy who's in like that Shazam movie.
Shazam?
Yeah.
I don't know that movie.
You don't know Shazam?
No.
The little kid who yells, Shazam! And a bolt of lightning comes down and the little kid becomes like a big superhero. But anyway, he recently came out with some like kind of crazy statements, like tweets or something like that, or like things that he was liking. It was just like very interesting. I can't remember all the details, so I'm not going to get into them, but just give it a go.
Okay, let's see.
You're looking it up?
Yeah. It says Zachary, how do you pronounce his last name? Levi? Zachary Levi?
I guess.
Called tone deaf
Levi.
for promoting film shamelessly after John Wick actor's tragic demise. Shazam 2 was released in theaters.
Yeah.
That's random.
Well, it's not random. It's why it popped up in my brain.
Oh, so it's an important weekend for Shazam 2. Actor Zachary Levi knows that more than anyone. The celebrity shared his joy on social media after his name was trending on Twitter. But his comments rubbed fans the wrong way. The star's outburst of excitement came at a time when the internet was flooded with messages of condolence for John Wick actor Lance Reddick, who sadly passed away. Viewers called him out for being tone deaf and insensitive by promoting himself while people were mourning this actor. Okay, so he just had bad timing.
Lance Reddick passed away?
Yeah. I don't really know who that is.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What? I had no idea this guy. Yeah, I'm on his IMDb and it's like remembering Lance Reddick.
Yeah, he died.
Oh my god.
Well, that's why people are mad
He
at Zachary
plays
Levi.
I recognize him from a bunch of things.
Okay. I don't recognize him from anything.
Oh, I recognize him
No
from
offense.
so many things.
No offense to him.
But
R.I.P.
he also like fairly recently. I know that when you record like voice acting, sometimes it could be a year after you record it or whatever. But he recorded. He was one of the voices of the dragon, like the main villain in the cartoon version of Critical Role.
Oh.
The Legend of Vox Machina.
Sad.
He plays Thordak. That's so crazy. When did this happen?
3
days ago?
4 days ago.
Jeez,
Friday.
Louise, man.
His publicist said it was from natural causes.
Oh, goodness
Which
gracious.
could be anything.
Well,
Which is
God
sad.
bless.
Yeah.
Went out with dignity.
I can't believe you did that.
I couldn't help it.
Jesse is referencing a funny TikTok I showed him this morning of Peter Griffin working at a hospital, and he says like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave now." And the other doctor is like, "Peter, you have 8 hours left of your shift. What about your patients?" And he goes, "They all died of dignity. God bless them."
Yep, sorry. I'm so sorry. That was terrible.
God.
Back to Tangled. I love Tangled.
Yeah.
I love Tangled. I love Rapunzel. Like, she's one of my favorite. I mean, obviously, it's a newer princess story, right?
Yeah.
So I put this on here because, like, I felt damn near obligated to put some type of princess Disney representation somewhere.
Yeah.
Naturally, I picked the blonde white girl. I'm so sorry. But I just like her personality. I like how spunky she always is. And, like,
Fair spunky.
So fun, and then also just the animation. She's so cute.
I love the
adorable.
scene of that movie where she goes from happy to sad, happy to sad, happy to sad, happy to sad. About leaving the tower. So funny.
So good.
So relatable. She's like,
Oh,
I'm so excited.
We put the garbage out, right?
Yes.
I see the garbage truck.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're good.
She's like, I'm so
Oh,
excited for
sick.
new adventures. And then she's like crying with her face in the grass. And she's like, but Mother's going to be so upset. And then she's running through the field. Like, it's a great scene.
That's
a great
scene.
movie.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
When they're in the bar and all the crazy people who have their weird little dreams.
Mm-hmm.
The horse and all the horses' fun little expressions.
Ah, yes. I can't remember the horse's name.
No idea. I don't think anyone does. Lost to time.
Yeah.
But
it's a great movie.
yeah, and Mandy Moore. Absolutely crushing.
Her singing voice is very underrated. Yeah.
That one fucking song too gets me every time. When they're in the thing with the lanterns.
Oh yes, I see the light, or I can see the light.
I can see the light.
Oh, that's so emotional. Yep.
I'm always like,
yep.
Fuck yes. Like it's
That's
just such
scene.
a good ballad kind of song. Like,
yes.
I normally like last night started to watch I didn't finish it, Tick Tick Boom.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot. I only got like 45 minutes to an hour into it, but it was like every song was like fun and like popping.
Yeah.
And I like recognize a lot of them, like the tunes. Like the one where he said like the song that goes, "This is the life, bo 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 bo."
Oh.
Have you heard that one?
Yes. Yes.
So like songs would pop up and I'd be like, "Oh, fuck yeah, okay, cool."
Yeah.
And they're all very upbeat and like fun.
Yeah.
So I was like, that's normally like
very good.
Musicals, like songs and movies.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I need.
Yeah.
When it's slow, sometimes I'm like, oof, here we go.
Yeah.
But not with that song. That song crushes.
So yeah, it's a great song.
So that's my number 5.
Okay. Very good.
That took a while. Sorry, guys.
Very good. My number 5 is Ratatouille.
Whoa. Okay.
I love Ratatouille. It's my favorite Pixar movie, hands down. It's so cute. It's just like this little nubbin, this little rat who has this dream of being a chef, and Linguini, who's the man.
It's the redhead.
Yeah. And he works in a restaurant, but he sucks. So, what the fuck is the rat's name? Remy, thank you, God. Remy.
You're like, this is one of my favorite movies.
I know,
what's the main character's name? Fucking rat. He's the rat. Who is he?
Remy and Linguini, like help each other, and it's just like so cute. And whenever I watch it, I always look forward to this one scene because I love a city skyline view. I'm obsessed.
Bingo, bango.
There's just one scene where Remy is like looking out the window of Linguini's little like hole in the wall apartment, and you could see all the sparkly Paris lights and the Eiffel Tower, and everything is so sparkly, and the animation is just so pretty. And at the end, when the mean food critic tastes the ratatouille and he gets brought back to his childhood.
Oh,
yes,
whole like little flashback.
It's so emotional and good.
So good.
Yeah, Ratatouille is a fantastic movie. I was so excited for the ride to get put into Epcot, and then I left the company before I could go on it. I was so sad.
No.
But yeah, Ratatouille is my number 5.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. Okay. My number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Dipping it back a little old school.
Mm-hmm.
Get the window that I have open for that. Click out of the tangled ones. Sneak peek behind the scene of what I'm doing. Came out in 1970.
Okay.
The Aristocats.
Okay. Yeah. That movie is excellent.
Movie, in 95% of it, slaps.
Yeah.
And then there's 5% that's like...
It didn't hold up.
Didn't pass the test of time.
Yeah.
But,
if you ignore those bits...
yeah, if you just power through, blank out, disassociate for 10 seconds, come back, it's good again. I love it so much. I love all the characters. They do such a good job of making, I mean, all three, it's inexplicably, you have the mom, Duchess. Mm-hmm. Beautiful name.
Yes.
So fitting.
Yes.
I love Duchess. Because she really, like, at first is very, like...
Voiced by Ava Gabor.
And she very much is hoity-toity.
Yes.
Kind of nose in the air.
I love her voice, yeah.
She's aristocratic. Yeah. Aristocratic, sorry.
Yes.
See, it's getting me. That's the play on words, gang.
Oh my God.
If it wasn't clear, sorry. But anyway, the kittens and the way that the kittens are all different colors.
Yes.
And they all have their own personalities and everything.
Yes.
But of course, the little Berlioz, mm-hmm. Marie, and Toulouse. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Marie was my favorite. She was so, like, such a diva. It was just very funny.
Is Berlioz the red one?
I think Toulouse is
the red one,
but I could be wrong. Yeah.
I like that one. I like when he gets mad and he puffs up and he goes like. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and he's very puffy. Oh my God, it's so funny. Or like, so then so the plot in a nutshell is that the owner of these cats is in this beautiful house in Paris or somewhere in France.
She's
I think
the Duchess
it's Paris.
of old ladies.
Yeah. And she has this crazy old man lawyer come over to the house who's dancing like a fucking madman. His dancing, all I can think of is Elaine's dancing. Just
Yes. All elbows.
All elbows and knees. Mm-hmm. But she's writing her will. The butler finds out that the entire will is going to, like, the entire estate and money and everything is going to the cats.
Yeah. So he flips
out. So the butler gets really mad and he decides he's going to get rid of the cats.
Yeah.
In order to have it go down to him. So then he sedates all the cats by putting sleeping pills in their thing. And then the little mouse friend who eats an entire Ritz cracker, I used to always think of.
Yes.
And then he doesn't, like, kill them or anything. He just kind of, like, maybe he was going to kill them, but then, like, they pop out of their, he's riding on a motorcycle or something like that, and they just, like, fall off, I think.
Yeah.
So then they have to, like, find their way back, and that's when they meet.
But don't they get separated? Thomas O'Malley? I think they get separated. Thomas O'Malley. Like, because Duchess isn't with them at first, I think. She, like, has to find them.
Oh, maybe you're right. It's been a while since I've seen it. I really want to watch it again because the two characters who... I mean, there's so many fun characters, actually. Now that I'm really thinking about it, because, like, I'm just, like, really briefly scanning the plot. Geese. The two dogs, the two hounds are...
That ride in a motorcycle in a sidecar.
My fucking favorite. Mm-hmm. Because the way that they talk to each other, their voices, it's so funny to have the one be like, maybe we should go after him. I'm the leader.
That's exactly.
I'll decide if we go after him.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go after him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, I fucking love them so much. And then the two geese
that have a drunk uncle.
Oh my God, we're like, darling, you need to learn how to swim.
Yeah. 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 They waddle away. Yep. It's very good.
Gosh, it's so fucking good. And then I remember always just like such a small detail that he was eventually they, spoilers, get back.
Yeah.
And I'm fast forwarding a lot. I also love Tom O'Malley. I can talk about this movie for too long. But when they get back, they are in like a barn, and it's like he's trying to put them into like a suitcase, like or like a but but he mentions that he's gonna send them to Timbuktu.
Yeah.
And that's just one of those. It's like turning left
remember.
at Albuquerque.
Oh yeah.
It's just like a town or a country. You don't even know when you're that age.
Yeah.
You're like, where's that? Like that's the furthest you can get.
Yeah.
Is Timbuktu. That's all I used to think about. Was like, damn, dude, Timbuktu is fucking forever away. It is light years. I've never even heard of it, and it sounds crazy.
Yeah.
Timbuktu. What do you mean? It's so funny to think about that.
The Aristocats has two moments that really stick out in my mind. They give me the type of feeling that in Toy Story when he brings Woody to the toy restorer guy.
Big Al's?
No, Big Al brings Woody to the toy restorer guy. It's like an old man.
Oh,
who
yes,
wears
yes.
And he it's like all close-ups of him like stitching, painting the bottom of the shoe.
It's crazy.
It makes me feel some type of way. The Aristocats has two moments like that. One, when they're with their mouse friend and they're dipping the crackers into the creme de la creme. That scene makes me feel some type of way. And then the other scene is where the cats are all dipping their paws in paint and they're painting on the canvases.
My God.
And they have paint on their paws and they're playing the piano.
And he goes like this.
Yeah.
And he like touches his own face and he's like...
Yeah. That scene also sticks out in my mind. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. Great soundtrack. And great movie.
Some of the greatest songs. Such fun songs to sing along to and stuff.
Yeah. Great.
Oh boy.
Very
and actually meeting the drunk uncle of the geese.
Oh,
now
yeah.
that I think about that.
Yep.
That voice too. I couldn't tell you like who that actor is.
Yeah.
But like that is such a distinct voice. Like the actual drunk uncle.
Yeah.
That voice is so distinct. But okay. That's my number 4.
Get out, go, get out, scram! Abigail! Amelia! My two favorite deuces!
Uncle Waldo.
Amelia!
It's very good. The animation of Aristocats is also so pretty.
Yeah.
Like the way that it's drawn, it's just like
Oh, yeah.
it's very pretty. In the Heart of Paris really gives you a vibe.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, very good.
That's my number 4. What's yours?
My number 4 is Peter Pan. Yes.
Figured that would make your
Peter Pan
list.
is my all-time favorite Disney character. I love the whole story. I love the animation. I love the vibe. I have a tattoo of Peter Pan's silhouette on my chest.
That's true.
People
Dude, I remember
always think it's Tinkerbell.
Remember when you were going to get a picture of Charles Bukowski or whatever?
I still would get a tattoo of Bukowski's face.
But you were going to get it on your chest.
I know.
Like, that's fucking wild.
My tattoo artist was like, no, you're not going to want that in a few years. And I was like, I'm fucking gonna want it.
Pause for mic issue. Pause for micage.
My mic. I need to get a new
There's
one.
a lot of mic stuff going on.
There's
Hold
a lot
on.
of mic stuff going on.
All right, we're back.
Okay. One day I'll get a Bukowski tattoo. I don't know what it'll be, but one day. Anyway, I love Peter Pan. I love Nana, the dog who takes care of them. Their dad is an asshole in every iteration of the movie. Like, he kicks Nana out and they're all so upset and he wants Wendy to grow up, which is so sad. Because she's the oldest of the darling siblings.
Yeah. It took me a long time as a kid to figure out that was their last name and not just like,
All
right, Tommy darling.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I used to, there's a live action Peter Pan movie that was made in like 2005 or something where Peter is played by actor Jeremy Sumpner, who is very cute. And I used to be obsessed with that movie. And I used to like dream about like leaving my window open when I was little and like Peter coming to get me and taking me to Neverland.
oh my God, Jeremy Sumner.
Yeah, he's a lot older now, but he was so cute in that movie. I always wanted a romantic relationship between Peter and Wendy, which they toy with in the movie with Jeremy Sumpner. But it doesn't go anywhere because Peter won't grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
Wendy
hard.
wants to
They
grow
do
up.
that in Hook, too.
Yeah.
Because doesn't Julia Roberts play?
She plays Tink.
She plays Tink.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What were you talking about? You wanted Peter
want
Pan
Peter
to
and
end up
Wendy.
with Wendy?
Yeah, to be together. Like, I wanted Wendy to be like, I'll stay with you and we'll be... Because in the live action, they're not like 8. They're like 13 or 14. So it was like a cute little...
Right.
Like, I wanted them to be together.
Where they're
And
like supposed to be similar age.
But
how do you feel about that? I mean, Peter Pan is unique because he doesn't age, but he also doesn't like mature. He's like still a kid.
Yeah. He has the mind of the
Do you know
age
what I
that he's
mean?
at.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not like in Twilight. Aren't they supposed to like be the? They're like, I've been around for 100 years. It's
fair.
Aren't you like smarter now?
Fair. I see what you mean. Yeah, the aging process.
Like you would think
is
that Peter
definitely
Pan
different.
could be in the body of a 13-year-old,
Yeah.
but like up here is like, I've been around.
Yeah.
Like I know what Hook's gonna do. He's a piece of shit. Like
Yeah.
fucking, I should have killed him 20 years ago.
Yeah, the animation
like,
styles are definitely different.
I'm fuck Peter Pan.
Yeah.
I'm Peter Pan.
But I love it. I think like when I was little, I just never wanted to grow up. I was like, growing up sounds like it sucks. Do you know what I think about?
I mean, it does.
This is random.
Remember having no bills?
Yes. This is
What a fucking dream.
excuse me, Jesus, this is random, but I remember this is like the biggest like indicator to me of how much time has gone by. I have this distinct memory of I was in the backseat of the car. I don't know who's driving, if it was mommy or daddy. And thinking, wow, I'm so glad that I have like multiple years until I have to go to Stokes. Because I was so nervous about Stokes because they didn't have a TV. I couldn't have a TV.
Oh God, to sleep with, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember thinking like, God, I'm so happy. There's like years until I have to go. Like,
there's years.
And that was 5th grade.
Yeah,
it was so long ago.
That's crazy.
But I remember years before that me being anxious about Stokes, which is so on brand for me.
So on brand
To be anxious about something years to come.
Yep, that sounds like you.
Yeah. But that's why I love Peter Pan so much, because I never wanted time to go by. I never wanted to grow up.
Yeah. Did you ever feel like any type of way when you were watching it when they were called like the Lost Boys and it was all boys and you were like, there's like no one, and just like, or were you were more like, I guess, grateful that Wendy gets a special?
Yeah, I always wanted to be Wendy. Like, in my dreams, I was like, I am Wendy.
Naturally.
But no, I never felt any type of way about it because I had Wendy and I had Tiger Lily and I had the mermaids. So I felt like there were girls sprinkled throughout.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There weren't any female pirates, which I felt like they could have done with. They could have done something with some female pirates. But
Agreed.
I didn't feel any type of way about it. I just wanted to be Wendy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is another one that
But I love it.
There are certain parts that don't age well. In the, in the
there are.
specifically in like the cartoon.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe even in the written versions, but like, yeah. But if you
that's the problem with old Disney movies.
Take that out, then pretty good. But yeah, I do remember like really enjoying it and having a lot of fun with that movie.
Yeah.
Some really good songs. But honestly,
I don't think the soundtrack is the best.
Wait. Never mind.
Peter Pan doesn't have
There's
a good soundtrack.
There's one good song.
When You Wish Upon a Star? No. Is that Cinderella? What's the
When You Wish...
What's
Isn't
the
that
Peter
Pinocchio?
Pan song? Hold on. What's the song I'm thinking of?
I don't know. Are you thinking of When You Wish Upon a Star?
No, I'm thinking of You Can Fly, You Can Fly.
Yeah.
That's the only.
You can fly, you can fly, you can fly.
That's like the only song.
That's good.
That's
After
good.
that, yeah, you're right. That fucking. What was I thinking?
Second star to the right. That is why I thought of When You Wish Upon a Star. Yeah. Okay. What's your number 3?
Wait, well, what is? Look up what the other one is from.
When You Wish Upon a Star?
Yes.
Pretty sure it's from
What do you think?
Cinderella.
Cinderella? Well, let's see. Dun dun.
Oh, no, it's from Pinocchio.
Dun
You're right.
dun. Dun dun. Justin is right. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, what's your number
Anyway.
3?
Oh, wow. It's actually very fitting that this is my number 3.
Okay.
It has 3 in the title.
Ah.
The Three Caballeros.
I would have been surprised if that didn't make your list.
Also known as Los Tres Caballeros.
Mm-hmm.
I love this movie.
It's a great movie. We watched it recently. Or we watched the beginning part.
Watched it fairly recently.
Yeah.
And that's why it's only number 3 on my list, is because when I was a kid, I used to love watching it all the way through and just loving it so much.
Yeah.
Now it's like the first like 2/3 really get me, and then eventually it hits a point of just like music and weird graphics of like cactuses just kind of like walking in different formations and like
Disney
doing
movie.
weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like a Brazilian Portuguese song.
I like the shorts in the beginning.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's my favorite part.
Yeah. I found a burro on top of a mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, maybe it was a tree.
Yeah.
No. It was a mountain.
And animation changes with what the guy is saying. Yeah. And I love the penguin who
Run, burro, run!
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking love
It's great.
the narrator. Holy shit. It's so funny. It's all about Donald Duck. It's such an interesting fucking concept for a movie, too, because it's like a movie within a movie.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, it's like shorts within a movie. Because it's just Donald Duck, and he like opens up a present, and he got these presents from his friends, and he starts watching these movies, and that's what happens. And then you have the that one little bird who's like
the little annoying bird.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I like the short with the penguin who wants to live on an island, and he has to travel with his heater attached to him
Yes.
because he keeps getting cold.
Yep.
Yeah.
He doesn't like
great.
the cold, and then he finds an island.
Yeah. It's a great
So fun.
Pablo, I think is his name. It's a great movie.
Yeah, and you meet his friends.
The Three Caballeros is an interesting movie because it was so popular in our household, but I ask a lot of people if they've heard of it, and like a lot of people have not.
Yeah. It's from 1944. Mm-hmm. It has live action and animation, which is something that's really cool. So there are times when... so first of all, it's him with his friends. And... what are the friends' names? Hold on.
Jose and Panchito.
You're absolutely fucking right. Yeah. It's Jose from Brazil.
Uh-huh.
And then Panchito from Mexico.
Yes.
And they sing a bunch of songs. And there are so many times when, like, a woman will be singing or dancing or something. Oops, sorry, hit the mic. Will be singing or dancing or something. And the three of them will be, like, straight up, like, sweating. Like, they're panting. They're like, oh, my God, they're just so beautiful.
Yeah.
And you're like, Jesus Christ, Donald.
Yeah.
Cool it, man.
Yeah.
But it's really funny. And then, I mean, the music's good and everything like that. It's just like, when you're like a kid, you're like, all right.
Yeah.
Or even like now, I'm like, I don't want to watch a bunch of like music videos of this.
Yeah.
that are trippy and feature Donald Duck.
Yeah.
But
the beginning part's
it
good.
is still, absolutely hilarious.
Very nostalgic.
Oh, I
great
love
pick.
it so much.
Yeah. Very good.
Man entering a store where he befriends a donkey with the wings of a condor in Uruguay.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. It's so funny.
What's that kid's name? Did they
The
ever
Flying
say it?
Gachito.
Oh my god. Did they ever say that kid's name?
Burrito.
Or he just calls him Burrito?
The donkey's name is Burrito.
Oh.
Because a burro
Oh, yeah.
is a donkey, so then a burrito is a little donkey.
What's the kid's name? Did they say?
No, it does not say here.
Maybe he doesn't call him anything.
But
The narrator is very good.
it's so fun. But, okay, that's my number 3.
Very good.
What's your number 3?
The Rescuers.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
I love this movie. It was not one of my favorites when we were little, but Tony loved it. And I watched it, I think, for the first time in like, I think in 2020, right when the pandemic started,
Yeah.
is the first time I like sat down and watched it all the way through. And I loved it. It's so good. It's like this little girl who is like an orphan or something, and she's like under the care of this evil witch woman.
I'm looking at a picture of her. Her name is Madame Medusa.
Yeah, she's so scary.
And she is terrifying looking.
Yeah.
She looks like if
She's like old
Reba
and pointy
had drag queen short hair and then also never slept.
Yeah. She's
never
scary.
slept but then also put on so much eyeliner.
Yeah. She's very scary. And this sweet little girl is like lives with her, and they live in like a scary New Orleans-y swamp. And there's like scary crocodiles everywhere, and there's these 2 mice. I can't remember how they like meet the little girl.
Bianca and Bernard.
Yeah, and I think Bianca is also voiced by Ava Gabor. I could be wrong, but I think, or Zsa Zsa Gabor, but I think it's Ava Gabor. And she's fancy like Duchess from the Aristocats, and they like save her, and it's just like so cute, and there's cute songs, and I love the 2 mice, and it's just such a cute underrated movie, and I put it on, and it was like it's Ava Gabor, right?
Yeah, as Miss Bianca.
Yeah.
The Hungarian representative of the Rescue Aid Society.
Yeah, there's
she
like
is sophisticated and adventurous and fond of Bernard, choosing him as her co-agent as she sets out to rescue Penny.
I forgot about that. They like all these mice from different representatives of different countries like meet in this little like hole in the wall, and they all meet.
Dude, we have to
like,
watch this.
I've
seen this movie.
Yeah.
But like not in forever.
Oh, it's so good.
Like 20 plus years easily. Like probably like 23, 24 years.
Yeah, I would love to watch this. It's such a good movie.
Wow.
I highly recommend if you've never seen it.
Joe Flynn as Mr. Snoops. Geraldine Sue Page plays Madame Medusa, a greedy, red-headed, wicked pawn shop owner.
She's scary.
In a blowhole.
What?
It says upon discovering the devil's eye diamond hidden in a blowhole.
Oh.
But when you hover over it, it says a blowhole or marine geyser is formed as sea caves grow landward. So it's like in the water. It's not like a whale's. That's what I was picturing. Fucking George Costanza.
Oh my god.
I reached into the belly of the beast. The sea was angry that day, my friends.
Like an old man trying to return soup at a deli.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yep. That's my number 3.
Number 3. I have it written down. Okay. My number 2? Mm-hmm. Okay. My number 2. We're getting into newer movie territory.
Okay.
Coco.
Yeah.
I fucking love Coco.
Coco is a fantastic movie. We first saw it in the movie theater.
With Grandma and Grandpa.
With our grandparents.
In, what is that place called?
In Disney Springs.
Disney Springs.
Yeah.
At that movie theater. Yep. And I cried at 3 different moments. And I looked at you every time, and you were crying.
Yep. We both cried. A lot of crying. But I cry at every Disney movie, to be fair.
So do I. I cried at Encanto recently.
Yeah.
It's really good. You should watch it.
I'll think about it.
I know, because jinxed. I fucking said that you should watch it, and now you're like, no, I can't watch it. I wanted to watch it, now I can't because you told me. But anyway, I love Coco.
Yeah.
I love the
great soundtrack.
Amazing soundtrack.
Yeah.
Un Poco Loco. Maybe I'll save it because we could do an episode
about top 5 Disney songs.
Disney songs.
I already have my list made with YouTube links.
Oh, dang. All right. You might have to Google how long of a song we're allowed to play before we have to pay people or something.
I was thinking about that the other day. I think because we don't make money off this.
Yeah,
it's
but
different.
we could. We could make money off this, though. Like, we're trying to.
But we don't. I think the problem with podcasts that we listen to is they make money. So when they play, like, Sal and Chris, they got demonetized because they played a clip of Impractical Jokers. And then they couldn't make money off it. We're not making any money off it. So I think it's fine if we play a little clip.
Yeah, but...
I'll Google it, but I'm pretty sure.
I know, but if you're right, if we're not making money, then it's whatever. But what if one day someone wants to buy ad space on this episode and it's just like they can't do it because we played too long of... I'm just saying maybe we play 5 seconds and that's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up.
Okay. Deal. Anyway, I love this movie. I love the twists and turns. I feel like it has several. And I think the first time you watch it, it does a very good job.
Yeah.
You're bamboozled.
Yeah. I remember feeling bamboozled.
Yeah, I was doubly, triply bamboozled at multiple turns. And I really, really loved it. And I also really loved that they worked in the... gosh, I forget what they're called. But kind of like the... Oh, man. Spirit animals is the only word that can come to mind.
I forgot about that. The little dragon dog thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
the one has like a... the grandmother has a like gigantic flying jaguar or whatever.
Yes.
I love those because it just gives me so many vibes of the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot.
I know, when you can get all those creatures.
I know.
Yeah, all the sculptures.
And I've never bought one because I always go there and I'm like, one will speak to me.
And it doesn't?
And it doesn't. And I just am like, okay.
Next time.
It's the only reason I would go back to Florida.
To go to Epcot? Or to go to the Mexico Pavilion specifically?
Epcot.
Yes.
But other than that,
yeah,
I cannot see a reason to go to Florida, to be honest.
True.
Unless I was like...
I feel a lot of...
unless I bet somebody $1 million that I could catch COVID.
I feel a lot of discomfort with going to Florida, so I probably won't be going there anytime soon.
Same. All right.
Very good.
Yeah, my number 2 is Coco. It has a lot to do with Dia de los Muertos.
Uh-huh.
It has a lot to do with that sort of culture and family and music in general is actually like a part of the story.
Yes.
Which is kind of fun and interesting because like sometimes it's not, right? Like music isn't a part of the story. Like if you're watching Frozen and you just see Elsa break out into song, it's not like for some reason everybody in the town is like, oh, this is super normal.
Mm-hmm.
But in Coco, it's like worked into the story. It's not like High School Musical where you're like, okay, this is cute and it's obviously for a movie, but it kind of takes you out of it a little bit.
Yeah.
Coco, I mean,
yeah,
it's woven into the plot.
I agree.
So when he performs Un Poco Loco, it's doubly special.
It's very good.
Yeah. Have you seen A Living Boy?
It's a great movie.
Love that movie. Okay. What is your number 2?
Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. This movie is so good. The soundtrack is next level good.
It does have one of our favorite songs on there. Deception.
Disgrace. Evil is plain as the scar on his face. I remember being little and like having a crush on Kovu because he was like the emo of the Lions.
He was.
Like he's got like
he's like Scar's
dark
son or nephew or something.
I don't know who his dad is. I don't know. No, Scar can't be his dad because Scar's related to Simba. And he dates Simba's daughter.
Ew.
Yeah, so Scar's not his dad. But his
Gross.
mom is in the pride with Scar. And he's just got like a darker mane and he's got like darker features like he did. They just make him look like emo and like badass, like the villain.
Yeah.
And I love the Can You Feel the Love Tonight scene where they're him and Kiara are like they're like in the little area with Rafiki where there's like water and a waterfall and they're like falling in love and it's like so cute.
I do remember that.
Yeah, and I love the watching Simba like not trust him at first and be like, nope, he lived over there with Scar, he's a fucking traitor, like you can't trust him, get rid of him, goodbye, you can't see him anymore. And Kiara is like, but I love him, like, Dad. And the scene where Simba goes, and your punishment is you're banished or something like that, and Kiara goes, no, and that's when the like deception song starts.
Yep. Deception.
Yeah.
Disgrace.
Because I think that scene is where like he was like spying at first, like he had ulterior motives at first,
right.
But then he falls in love with Kiara, so he like changes his ways, but it's like too late. Like like they already pinned him as evil, so he gets banished. Oh, but the redemption and like he gets accepted at the end and he's part of the family. Oh, it's so good.
It is good.
I love that movie so. It's like one of the sequels that I like as much, if not more, than the original.
Wow.
Yeah. I love it. I love that movie.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Okay.
That song really just slaps. It's so easy to get stuck in your head.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners. Deception.
Yeah.
Disgrace.
Uh-huh. It's so good.
So good.
Okay, this is your number one.
My number one.
Uh-huh.
Classic. 1992.
Okay.
Aladdin.
Okay. This is on brand.
I love Aladdin. I think its soundtrack fucking goes so deep.
It does.
I think.
It definitely does.
Yeah. I mean, Robin Williams.
Yep. Can't
as
go wrong.
The genie, one of Disney's almost perfect characters.
Yep. Oh, shit. Sorry. Teach me to play with the cat.
We have a story.
Rags to riches.
Rags to riches, but also a story that doesn't feature white people.
Mm-hmm.
And we are introduced to Princess Jasmine.
Yep. And Raja.
And Raja, her pet tiger.
Mm-hmm.
Street rat.
Good job.
Thank you. I don't know why I thought of that. Yeah. I mean, he's got Abu, the little monkey.
Yep.
He gets a flying magic carpet that has its own personality, which is so fun and interesting. Like, I just saw recently a video of a guy who worked at Disney and like worked alongside like different animators.
Yeah.
And he was talking about a specific animator whose job it was to do in the Jungle Book, to do the snake.
Oh, yeah.
I think Ka.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where Ka has to like shrug its shoulders,
Yeah.
like non-verbally be like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they're like, how do you do that with the snake? And
Yeah.
it showed, like, as he was describing it, like, it showed the snake like curl up on itself and then like say something that it wasn't supposed to, and part of its body comes up and acts like a hand and covers its own mouth. Like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And it was just like, damn, dude, animators are dope.
Yeah, they
it's
are.
so cool what they're able to do. So like the magic carpet, so much personality.
Yeah.
Without ever having a face.
I hate
or
myself for
anything.
not going to school for art. I wish I had done that.
Oh,
To become like an animator would be so cool.
Well, don't hate yourself for that.
I'll try.
There's other reasons.
You're right.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. Okay. Yeah. It just, man, it just goes in.
I can show you the world.
Such a classic song. But also just like the idea of showing that like money wasn't that important. So it is rags to riches, but it's also at the same token like Jasmine was kind of already into him.
Yeah.
Like when they met, when she was trying to become a street rat.
Yeah.
She was living this alternative, this foil to what Aladdin eventually does when he becomes a fancy boy.
Prince Ali.
Prince Ali.
Yeah. Yeah. And
then I also fucking really used to enjoy, I was almost embarrassed about it. I used to love all the Aladdin sequels.
I haven't seen a single one.
Oh, I like the second one where it's like Jafar's Revenge or something. And then I liked even the 40 Thieves, Prince of 40 Thieves or something like that.
Let's see.
I used to go in on that where you meet like his dad.
All Aladdin movies. There's Aladdin, Aladdin the Return of Jafar, and Aladdin and the King of Thieves.
That's the one.
Yeah, I've never seen any of those.
The Return of Jafar, yes. I saw all of those. I used to love them.
Aladdin?
I think they came out with like a cartoon show, and I used to fuck with that too.
Aladdin was never up there in my favorites. I think because when I was little, I was afraid of Jafar. Like all the scenes with Jafar, I thought were too scary.
It was scary.
Yeah.
But
it is a great movie. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot
I never
of fun.
did you see the live action, like the new one?
Nope.
I haven't seen it.
Don't want to see it, to be honest.
Oh, interesting. I would see it, I just haven't.
Yeah, I think that, and this is in no way a statement of his character or anything.
Okay.
Will Smith being in it ruins the entire movie in terms of like being able to suspend my disbelief and be like, I'm watching Aladdin. Like I'm just gonna see blue Will Smith and be like, that's Will Smith. That's Will Smith.
Will Smith is my male Julia Stiles.
Yeah. I
dislike him to a crazy extent.
See, there's like one or two movies that he's been in that I fucking like. The Pursuit of Happiness I fucking loved. I think that's an amazing movie. I think he does an incredible job. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
When I saw him in I Am Legend, cool with it. But then in some things I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I even liked like Hitch. Like it's cheesy as shit, but like I'm into it. It's fine. It's good. But most of the time I'm like, no thank you.
I've never seen a Will Smith.
I even liked him in Suicide Squad actually.
I've never seen a Will Smith movie that I've liked.
Yeah.
I don't like the plot of any movie that he's in ever. I don't like Men in Black. That's controversial, but I really don't like it. I've never liked Men in Black.
Yeah.
It's not my vibe.
Yeah. Sorry, Josie's being attacked by the cat.
And this is also controversial, but when he walked on stage and slapped Chris Rock, I thought, that's on brand. Because I dislike him so much.
Have you seen Chris Brown's new special? Or Chris Brown? Chris Brown. Have you seen Chris Rock's new like stand-up special?
No. Does he address it? I imagine he would.
Yeah, he addresses it. He's still fucking mad about it. And
I'd be mad.
He like called out not only Will Smith but also called out Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
And all this different stuff. And then apparently he also makes a bunch of like kind of punching down jokes, like Dave Chappelle style, like punching down at a lot of like dumb things where you're just like, okay.
Let me just tell you.
Like, I was listening to some comedians talk about it on a podcast, and they were just like, dude, the bar is so low. You do not have to do it like this. Like, it's so dumb. And, like, if you agree with Chris Rock, what I've heard is that there are people who are like, I agree that you can still be mad, but, like, it's been a year, and you're just, like, rehashing this now just to...
Yeah.
For the publicity's sake, and kind of, like, just, I don't know.
I've never been.
I get being mad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do a special and be like, let's just talk about that.
I've never been a big Chris Rock fan to begin with. I won't watch his special. I don't care about him really that much. But
yeah,
let me just tell you, if my partner went up on stage at a televised, like, international live event and one, yelled, and two, slapped another human across the face, like, I would be mortified. Even if it was justified, I would be mortified. Because, like, who are you? Like, do you have no self-control? Like, you can defend my honor privately. Like, you could have waited.
You'll see this motherfucker after the thing. Like,
yeah, you could have waited till an after party or backstage or something to confront him. Like, to confront him that publicly in front of everyone, embarrassing.
Yeah, no.
But I also think when men fight in public, it's embarrassing. So I probably don't have the popular opinion there, but cringy.
I mean, I don't understand people like that. Like, if I ever, like, I'm the type of person where, like, if it really happens, I'm not going to get in fistfights for people. Yeah. Because I'm not going to jail. Like, that's crazy. Let's be smart, adult, rational about this. That's fucking insane. Yep. Then also, I'm not going to instigate stuff. If things happen, then they happen to us, and then that's one thing, and then you have to choose how to respond. Right. But I'm not creating the opportunity to fight.
Celebrities probably think different, so though, like, too. He probably thinks, like, if Chris Rock presses charges and I go to jail, just pay and I'll get out of it.
The whole thing, is fucking crazy. Yeah. But that reminds me, I recently saw, it was a clip that went viral. You probably had seen it when it was closer to when it had come out. Okay. Maybe you forget about it. But there's this clip of Obama going in to vote, and there's a girl next to him, and she kind of is like, oh my God, like, it's so nice to meet you. And he's like, oh yeah, it's great to meet you too. Thanks for voting, blah, blah. And you just hear off camera, they put it on subtitles, like, don't touch my girl, or don't talk to my girl, or something like that. Mm-hmm. And Obama's just like, see, sometimes it's these brothers are trying to embarrass me. And then she's like, the girl's like, he is so embarrassing. Like, I'm so embarrassed. And Obama brings her in and goes, let's give him something to talk about, and kisses her on the cheek. Uh-huh. And I'm in my head, I'm like, yeah. Literally, what are you going to do? Yeah. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah. It's the president. Yeah. You going to fight him? Everybody loves him. Yeah. And he's got security and who are 1,000,000% armed. Yeah. What are you going to do? Yeah. Why would you even
like,
he's kissing your girl, bro. You are the cuckold. And this is it, dog. Like, there's nothing you can do.
I don't know. Okay, first of all, it's crazy because I've never seen that video a day in my life until last night. It popped up on my TikTok. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Second, I don't know if that man was joking or not, the one who yelled. If he was joking, funny, haha. Like, maybe he knows his wife loves Obama and... Yeah. Like...
I imagine that
maybe at one point they had an inside joke where she was like, Obama would be my hall pass. Like, funny
I imagine that it was. Just because of, like, what are you doing?
Yeah. I feel like it would have to be a joke. Like,
President Obama, and
we're voting. Like, we're not, like... They're not, like, salsa dancing or something. If it wasn't a joke, That's something I'd break up with someone over. Because
You embarrassed me literally in front of the president.
you yelled at the president?
Something jealous and insecure. Ick.
Huge ick.
That's actually a red flag. That's not even
Also
an
a red flag. It's both. It's wrapped into one. Gross. Anyway, are you ready for my number one?
Let me just say one more thing about Aladdin, then we're done.
Okay.
I like Aladdin for the way that the story is told, where it's like a guy telling a story, and he ends up being
In the movie.
Yeah. And
like
he ends up being like the genie, I think, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So I like that, just kind of
It's
like
clever.
a little bit of a clever way of telling the story.
I like the beginning of Aladdin when it comes.
Nowadays it wouldn't be considered clever, but at the time I remember it being like,
when it like zooms in on that guy and he's like, "Do you know the story of whatever?" And then he tells, I like it.
yeah. All right.
Are you ready? Can you guess? Do you know what it is?
Based on what's here already and what
It's my favorite movie of all time.
is possibly to come, I can't think of it. There's so many options.
You don't know my favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time?
My number one. My number one favorite movie. No movie has ever beat this. It's live action.
It's live action. What?
The cat loves my pointer, but her claws get caught in it.
Live action. You love it. It's your favorite movie. It has to be A Muppets Christmas Carol.
It's The Princess Diaries.
Damn it, dude. See, now, does that count?
Yes, it's a Disney movie.
She's not like a princess, though.
No, I didn't say she's a Disney princess. But it's my favorite Disney movie and my favorite movie of all time.
You think of this when you think of Disney movies?
Yes. It's got the Disney in the beginning, the Disney castle.
Folks, write in.
It counts.
Get in the comments, guys. What is
counts.
going on? Let's talk about this. Keep it civil, though.
It counts. It's got the Disney castle in the beginning. It's from like 2002. It's like so early.
Yeah. When you said live action, I'm literally going, well, it's not Aladdin. Beauty and the Beast? Maybe like Cinderella?
The live action
They
Cinderella
did
is
Mulan.
excellent.
What else did they do?
I never saw
Jungle
Mulan
Book, I
either.
guess.
The Princess Diaries is
never
my
have
favorite
guessed
Disney
this.
movie. It is my favorite movie of all time. No movie has ever beat it as my favorite movie of all time. It stands the test of time. It is so good. Amelia Thermopolis,
I can't believe you picked this.
Anne Hathaway,
It is
Queen
brilliant.
Clarice,
Yes. Played by. Played by.
why can't I think of her name?
What are your favorites? You love her so much. Isn't it Judi Dench?
No. What the hell? Julie Andrews. Jesus Christ. Julie Andrews, I'm so sorry. Jesse said Judi Dench. At least I didn't make a terrible guess. Oh my God. Judi Dench plays the voice on Spaceship Earth.
Oh.
Yeah, fun fact.
Fun. Dame Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench, yeah. No, Julie Andrews, who is my dream human. I love her so much.
I can tell.
I know. I forgot her name, but I do love her so much. I cry. I laugh. It's so early 2000s. I love that they live in an old firehouse and the mom is like kooky and they
so
throw
kooky.
darts at
Paint balloons.
and the best friend Lily is so crazy and like gets so mad when Amelia Thermopolis changes her hair. She goes from like big poofy hair to like straight hair. And she goes, "You look ridiculous. You should sue." And all she did was like straighten her hair and it's so funny. And it also has that scene in the beginning where Lily is complaining about her dad, and Mia goes, well, at least your dad's still alive. And Lily goes, wasn't that like 2 months ago? I thought we were over that. And it's like, oh my God.
I know. That is just like legitimately poor writing.
No, but it's so...
Like, I know that it's
so
iconic
good.
now, but that's
Yeah.
because the writing was so bad that it sticks out. 'Cause
I
you're
know.
Like, 2 months.
I know.
Your dad died. What the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean? To say it like that too, not even just the time factor, but the way that she says it.
Yeah.
Says it.
The way she says it, yes.
Goodness gracious, Justin, pull it together.
Yeah, pull it together. It features Mandy Moore. We stan.
She has now made the list twice
I know.
in Disney movies. Both
She's
of our
a
lists.
She's a Disney legend. I love Michael, who is the friend it's Lily's brother that Mia like falls in love with throughout the first movie. And I love when she's like, she ditches Michael and he like doesn't want to give her the time of day and is like mad at her. And then she apologizes by writing sorry in M&Ms on a pizza that she gets delivered to his house. I love the scene where Julie Andrews arm wrestles the thing on the boardwalk,
Yeah.
the machine. I love Joe, the bodyguard.
Another classic.
Another classic. The sequel even is phenomenal. With Chris Pine, who has the worst possible haircut he could ever have in that movie, but I support them. They're excellent. It also features a scene where they're going through like Tinder style photos of like princes that Mia could be with because she has to get married in 30 days.
Oh, yes.
And it's Julie Andrews, Joe, Mia, and Lily that are flipping through the photos. And they flip to this one guy who's like very handsome. And Mia's like reading the facts about him. And she's like, oh, he's handsome. And Joe goes, his boyfriend thinks so also. And Mia and Lily both go, right on. And then Julie Andrews goes, no matter, he's amazing. Just invite him to all the parties. And it's like such a cute early 2000s scene, like where they're like accepting and they're like so lovely. And then Queen Clarice and Joe get married at the end, like randomly out of nowhere, and it's just so... I love it so much. I could watch The Princess Diaries over and over and over again and never get tired of it.
I love that for you.
It's so good. It's the ultimate vibes movie to put on in the background doing anything.
Jessica loves a good box.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my number one. If you've never seen it, watch it today.
Now, ever so briefly, I just want to go over some quick runner-ups.
Okay.
Quest for Camelot.
Is a Disney movie?
According to this list on Google.
Are you sure?
I am not sure. I'm looking at the other ones on this list, and I'm like, some of these I'm pretty sure are not.
I don't think it is.
It popped up for some reason. So did The Page Master, and I was about to give that some credit, too.
Quest for Camelot is Warner Brothers.
Okay, this list
It is an excellent
not-
animated movie if you've never seen it.
Yeah, it's by a totally different...
It features a blind main character, which is rare.
Okay. Actual ones. Oliver and Company.
Excellent.
Killer soundtrack. Lilo and Stitch.
Also excellent. Top shelf soundtrack.
And Fantasia.
Ah.
I
Chernabog.
love Fantasia. Fuck Chernabog. But I love Fantasia.
There are scenes
It's
in
so
Fantasia
fun,
that I love.
so cute, so like nostalgic that like even the part, I mean it's sad, but like the parts with the dinosaurs, that like one part where it's like they're like slowly like looking for water and stuff, like even that is like nostalgic and cozy in a fucked up way
Yeah.
where it's just because I like remember seeing it so much that when you see it again, you're like, this feels cozy.
Yeah.
Even though it's like heartbreaking,
Yeah.
like very sad, but like the way the music lines up with everything, which the whole thing is just fucking cool. There's no words
I like the
spoken.
scenes with the centaurs and
fuck yes.
the scene with all the fish.
And the unicorn and
the
all
different
them and
fish.
stuff. The fish is good. The dancing mushrooms are good.
Oh yeah.
The line, even that really quick scene where it's just the blue line and it makes different shapes based on what it is playing or what sound it's making. The dancing hippos and the crocodiles and the ostriches. There's so many.
Yeah.
And they're so good. I mean, even the Sorcerer's Apprentice. I mean, this is the first time this is where we see Mickey doing magic, wearing the sorcerer's hat.
Yes.
This like goofy ass fucking cone hat with bright blue with silver stars on it.
But it's so good.
And
so nostalgic.
And you know what the sorcerer's name is?
No. Merlin?
It's Yensid.
Oh, that's stupid.
Disney backwards.
Wow.
Bingo bango.
Is that your last honorable mention?
Those are the main ones that come to mind. But also, I mean, I can go down a huge list of ones I absolutely love.
I just wanted to end this with a song that I wanted to bring back into your memory.
A song?
Yeah. Just a little snippet. Because I listened to it yesterday, and it was the first time I'd heard it in 1,000 years, and it was wild.
Okay.
You tell me when you're ready.
And then really quickly, I'm just going to shout out Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Should have been on the list. If I had done research, that would have been on the list.
That's an excellent movie. Always reminds me of Tony.
I went with my gut, and I'm still very happy with my 5.
Yeah, as you should be.
4, absolutely sure, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks would have made the list. I fucking love that movie.
It's a great movie.
The songs are fun. The characters are fun. It had 3 kids of varying ages, which is always like the magic secret, Peter Pan style. Mm-hmm. It mixes animation with live action. All the different fun little songs that they do and stuff like that. That scene has an amazing underwater scene.
Oh,
where you get to see the different people playing music and stuff like that. Man, what a fucking joy. Now that we have Disney Plus, I gotta see if we have it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Ready? We'll end this with a little
musical quiz. In the jungle. Yeah, this is from Jungle Book. Yeah, he goes, "What it do? Don't be like you."
Isn't it so good?
It's so good.
I love how old it sounds. It's like so nostalgic.
Isn't it Louis Armstrong?
I think so. Or I don't know.
He play King Louis?
I don't know. That
Give
would
it a Goog before we sign off. But in the meantime, while she's looking that up, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to another episode of Hessy and Maven. Don't forget, we do have an Instagram and a TikTok and a YouTube. And to find those, you just give it a Goog, Hessy and Maven, or go to those individual sites and or apps. Hessy and Maven, that's one word. And then our email address over at the Gmail, that's hessyandmaven@gmail.com. Couldn't be simpler. Hessy and Maven.
King Louis is played by Louis Prima.
Louis Prima.
Not Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong.
Bummer.
Anyway, great.
Fantastic. Those are our top 5 favorite Disney movies. Mm-hmm. Please send us an email. Get in the comments. What do you think are your favorite Disney movies? What do you think of our favorite Disney movies? Do you think that The Princess Diaries should have made this list? Is it controversial, or is Justin making a stink about nothing?
Yes.
Let us know. And tune in next time where we talk about something else.
Bye.
Bye.